Hello everybody and welcome to my Inktober 2024 tour. I don't know why I did that, like I still have an intro. It's 2024, no one has intros anymore. I was kindly gifted this bullet journal by my friend Sean, Miss Potato. I've been trying really hard in the last year or so to get back into drawing, as you can see by my many sketches and just trying to figure things out. It's taken me a while because ever since I started unmasking, I had a lot of skill regression, and art, I think, was one of my biggest ones. Some days were like this, some days were like this. Some days were like a middle ground. You know, just a lot. I started trying to draw a marker so that I could not fix my mistakes as much.
Brother, what's that?
But I feel like I was getting better, just drawing randomly, which is what I used to do when I was younger. So I've tried to stop putting so much pressure on myself and just start drawing randomly. Sorry if my wording is not coming out great. It's like 3 AM. I haven't recorded a video in like a year. I realise this video is late because I've been sick. I've been recovering from surgery. Yes, I am going to do a video talking about that. Just haven't had time because I've been recovering from surgery. This year I took part in a couple of art challenges. I tried Art Fight earlier this year and I was going to do a video on it, but then I just kind of ran out of time and then I had surgery, so... Oh look, it's Spudder. Yeah, I drew these when he was still streaming. I was bored when we were streaming. Okay, I'm gonna skip through the next few pages because I was doing some anatomy lessons. Then I did Inktober, which is what this video is about. Perfect timing, book, thank you. I did Cute Girltober, the list by Ocean in Space. I did it before. I'm not sure if it was last year or the year before. I think I did Inktober with OCs last year. But this year I decided to do a more relaxed version of Inktober because I never finish it. I think I finished it once when I was younger and it absolutely killed me. I couldn't draw again until at least March of the next year. So this time I wanted to be a little bit more mindful going into it and just take my time and do it when I could and do as many as I wanted. So some of the prompts are missing and I just basically chose the ones that I wanted to do myself. This is day 1. I'd been playing a lot of Dress to Impress, so I used one of those outfits as an example for, I hope I say this right, Coquette. I'm quite proud of this. My fine liners run out, my smaller ones, so with whatever ink was left, I was able to get these really thin lines. I'm happy with it, you know? I'm happy with a lot of these. There's not very many where I feel like I did bad, which is crazy. Let's be real. I think all of my art is bad.
Brother,
But we're just going to do a quick run through. I'm going to explain some stuff to you. You can say if you like it, I don't mind. I just wanted to share my art with the world. I haven't done it in a while because criticism has just been at the forefront of my mind thanks to TikTok. Don't post Overwatch clips on TikTok, you will just get bullied. Anyway, day 2, I did Punk. Not as good. I was still trying to find my groove with the art style I was trying to do anyway. Obviously I just copied a picture. Well, I didn't copy, but I used a reference of like the punk style and added bits and pieces. Obviously her eyes are not level with each other, but you know, I'm happy with it. I started inking actual bits at this point and using hatch kind of shading, which you'll start to see more of until I just start fully blown colouring it. Day 3 was Cheerleader, and at this point in time, I was watching Monster High 2022, the TV series. Recently got into Monster High a lot this year, especially with the dolls. I started doll collecting. My favourite character is obviously Draculaura. I have a lot of her dolls. I tried so hard to get the Cree production, but I just couldn't. It was there one day on the website and then it was gone the next, and I didn't realise these were drops. I thought they were just telling me when they were going to be in store, so I kept going to the store. I'm sad, but I decided to do her in her Fear Leader, that's what it's called, Fear Leader outfit. And I'm quite proud of this. When I started it, I didn't think it was good and I really didn't like it, like the sketch, and then I put it down for a day and I came back to it and I was actually really happy with how it ended up. That's one thing I learned a lot with this Inktober, was putting stuff down and coming back to it, because when I do digital art, that's easy. It saves my place, it saves my colours, it saves the mood I'm in, but my art changes a lot from day to day depending on like how my hands are As you can see, they're quite red right now. It's because I got a lot of blood pooling going on. With traditional art, it's like I have to do it in the moment, otherwise I'll never finish it. Which, I don't know where that came from, but apparently it's been like that for most of my life. Day 4, scene. I could have tried harder, but I was more focused on like the hair and the makeup and the clothes for the actual theme. This is meant to be a digital camera from back in the day. You got the date there, 2009, 21st of May. Didn't go great, but I'm still proud of how I did the hair at least. That was like the biggest thing that was gonna make it a scene piece, wasn't it? I was gonna put the little square, the focus square, but I didn't know if it would ruin the drawing, so I just didn't. Day 5, grunge. I feel like this is where my stuff really started elevating itself. Stealth? Okay. Alright, Solid Snake. I feel like this is when my style really started elevating itself. I started using a lot more colour, started really trying to do details, like little details, just like that little highlight on her nose. Even though I didn't shade or colour her face, I feel like it just adds that tiny bit more dimension. I'm very happy with myself for this one. Should I rate them, like out of 10? So for this one, I would say 4 or 5 out of 10. I'd say 3 or 4 out of 10. 7 or 8 out of 10. Go back down to 4 out of 10. And then this can be a nice solid 6 out of 10. I started going downhill again a little bit because I injured my shoulder and my neck earlier this year. And I just started physio for it around the time that Inktober was happening. So drawing hurts a lot, especially when it's your right shoulder that hurts. So a lot of my stuff went downhill because I just couldn't draw for long enough. It's part of the reason I wasn't able to finish on time or do a lot of stuff on time. I drew a yukata painting, or I did this one before. It was a theme before in one of my other Inktobers, like a couple of years ago, and that one's like 10 times better than this. I don't know what was going on with this. I'm not very good at drawing like full bodies traditionally. That's like one of the things I need to work on. But there was also a piece I did when I was younger. It was a painting, it was a watercolour painting, which is also 10 times better than this. So we're gonna go with a 2 or 3 out of this. These are scratches from Ichigo, before you ask. Day 7 is this word, Drake? I think. Again, I wanted to do a full body one so that I could just focus on the outfit, because that's what the theme was basically the clothing style, the fashion style. I really like this because I don't get to draw fashion very often because I'm not very good at full bodies. And I am so happy with how it came out because I think it's such a cute outfit that I used a reference of online. All of these were used with references. This is the first Inktober where I haven't just sat and drawn something from like in my head. It's all been references off Google or anything else that I can find. Her eye is a little bit wonky in there, but that's okay. We leave it, we ignore, we put a thumb finger over her face and we look at the cute outfit. So I'm gonna go for a 6 or 7 out of 10 for that one. I was watching Lizzie McGuire. I was rewatching Lizzie McGuire when I was doing this. Day 8, Kidcore. I am so proud of myself for doing the rainbow stripes. I think this is the first one I did in full colour, and then that becomes a more of a theme as we go through. Her face is a little wonky, but again, we're not focusing on those kind of details. We're just focusing on how I tried. But I just really like this one, so I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Okay, this is the one that I really don't like. It's also a theme that I cannot pronounce. Frutigerero, and I still can't remember what that means.
Frutigerero, also known as Web 2.0 gloss, is an aesthetic that was prevalent from roughly 2004 to 2013, succeeding the Y2K futurism aesthetic.
I had such a high vision for this, I had such a good reference, but when it came to having the right colours for the hair and the blush, like blending in properly, it just didn't happen. I just couldn't get the markers to blend properly. The hair just came out such a horrible colour. I don't have a huge array of like colourful markers because they all run out really quickly whenever I like start colouring and stuff again. So it's just so expensive. That's why I switched to digital art mainly, is because I can have any colour I want without having to pay like 20 quid because one marker ran out of the one set I need and I can't buy that marker by itself. So this one will be rated lower on the scale. Also, you can see some of that colour from the previous one did seep through I have a plastic sheet that I put under when I'm using my markers, but some of the pen was still on the plastic sheet, and when I wet it, it just went on the page. Not a lot I could do. Tried to erase it using the colourless blender and it just did not work. I'm gonna go for a 2 or 3 out of 10 just for execution. Day 10, idle. I started drawing fan art for the rest of Inktober from this point on. Every theme I thought of an anime character or a cartoon character that fit it perfectly, and I just drew them. This is the first one. She's from Full Moon was Sagashite. It is an anime that I really love. I love the art style of the person who made it, wrote it, did everything. But I love this anime so much. It's so sad. So I drew her when she was singing one of her songs called Eternal Snow. And that's what I was doing here. I was trying to make it look like it was snowing alongside it. It kind of worked. It kind of more looks like bubbles, let's be real. I've never drawn this character before. I think I did once when I was like 14, maybe 16. So it was my first time in like nearly 10 years drawing her. So I'm so proud of myself for this. So it's going to be an 8 and 9 out of 10, even though it's a bit janky and it's not great. Day 11, clown. Oh, okay. I did draw fan art for the rest of it, except for this one. I love this one. This is definitely like a... Oh, I'm going to go for a 9. I'm going to go for a 9. Fuck it. I'm going for a 9. Like, the pose I did was great. The line art, the way the hair looks and the colours, they're just so good. I'm just, most of this video is just, I'm so proud of myself for once in my life. But I am. This is like the first time I've done like an art challenge and I've just really enjoyed how everything came out. Well, almost everything. Not much to say. I really like it. Moving on swiftly. Day 12. Again, not fan art. I'm sorry. I lied to you. I lied to you. That word, I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. Gyru?
Yaru.
It's like a fashion style in Japan, which was made to fight back against societal norms, I think. I don't have a white like paint marker or proper white gel pen, so it kind of came out all streaky because the one I have is not that good. But other than that, I think I executed this pretty well. I used a couple of different references and smashed them all together. I like how messy I did the hair. I think it works really well. Oh my god, I'm running out of breath so much. But I think this is one of those styles that I just actually did really well, considering I've never drawn anything like it before. So, I'm gonna do an 8 for this one. Day 13, Cyber. Not a fan of this one. I'm not very good at doing like futuristic styles and drawings and stuff. You can tell by this patterning on the jacket that just really does not work. I still like it. I still think I tried my best and I did as much as I could, but it's not my favorite. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Okay, I think now we're getting back into the fan art. Day 14, Gamer. I have never drawn Diva before. She is my favourite character in all of Overwatch, but I have never drawn her before because she's so hard to draw. Look at all this armour. This is the first time I've ever drawn armour in my life. I'm not like those boys who just sat there and drew knights in armour and swords and shit when they were younger. I just drew cute girly faces. So I haven't learnt that, but I'm proud of myself nonetheless because it's the first time I ever drew her. You also see I started incorporating coloured pencil into my work a bit more. Again, this is where I lack the right marker colours. I tried so hard to find the right purple for her armour, but I just couldn't find it anywhere, so I just had to resort to a pencil and hoped it looked best. I'm gonna go 7 or 8 out of 10. Day 15, Isekai. I don't know if this technically counts. She's not an Isekai, but she's a character in an Isekai. Either way, this is Raftalia from Rising of the Sword Hero. Rising of the Shield Hero. She is my favourite character from that anime. I tried something different with this one. I tried to shade more grey because I didn't want to do colours for this one because I thought the line art was just so good. And then I fucked up and started trying to add some gold accents and it just kind of clashed so much. So it brought the overall rating of the piece down. I'm still going to give it about 6 or 7 just for ignoring the gold parts. I still like it because it's Raftalia and I've never drawn her before, so. Magical Girl! It's Ichigo! The last time I drew this Ichigo, I was about 13 or 14 in high school, and I was just doing little doodles on my notebook because I was watching Tokyo Mew Mew and Mew Mew Power. I watched Mew Mew Power and then I realised I need to watch Tokyo Mew Mew because I realised it was a dub and it was heavily censored. I didn't colour it because I thought the line art was too good, and now looking back on it, the line art is like kind of lacking a little bit. This is a 8 out of 10 because it's the first time I've drawn her since God knows how long. Day 17 I chose Star from Star versus the Forces of Good and Evil. I tried a different style this time, tried a cartoony one with the colouring and just the overall line art. I like it, I'm proud of it. Bam! 8 out of 10. Day 18, Lolita. This is Victorique from Gosick. Beautiful anime, very sad. Again, I had to do the pencil in her hair because I just did not have a yellow that was light enough for her hair. I really like how I did the line art. I'm very proud of myself for the ruffles. Ruffles are really hard to do. I really like it. 8 out of 10. Okay, we're gonna go down a little bit. I tried to do Sam from Danny Phantom for Day 19 Goth. It didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it. I tried to do more of a cartoony mixed with an anime style, and it just didn't really take the way I wanted it to. It's still good, it's just not how I envisioned it. So we're gonna do this as a 5 out of 10. Day 20 was Zombie. I don't remember her name, but she is from the anime Zenkura. I did not do the flower very well. I do not know how to draw things like sideways, like on the head. So if it looks a bit weird, just ignore it, it's fine. It's a pretty simple one as well. Since she's like a zombie, she's like pale white and as well. So I didn't have to colour her skin, which was a bonus because all my skin markers are dying. This is a 7 out of 10. Now we get to my favourite one. Day 21 Wolf, and I drew Claudine. I have never drawn her before in my entire life. I've never drawn in the Monster High style before in my entire life. But I did for this one, and I'm so happy with it. I was just fangirling over myself the whole time I was drawing this. I actually drew this in Discord with my friends. I put on my webcam and I drew it and I lined it when my friends were playing like COD or something. I am so happy with her. I've never done something this good in so many years. She has got to be a 10 out of 10 for me. She's got to be a 10 out of 10. Like the colours, the way I did the line art, she's a 10 out of 10. I can't say any more than that. She's just a 10 out of 10. And then I didn't get to do any more days because these were the only themes I chose. But luckily, the last day is Vampire. So I drew Draculaura. But I drew G1 Draculaura, but with her bat on her, what do you call it? Neck piece kind of thing. I don't know how I feel about this one. I feel like it could have been better like this, but I also love how it turned out by itself. I love her hair. I'm so proud of myself for the hair above anything. And the bat. I made it glittery. I'm going to do a 9 out of 10 for her. Just because I feel like she could have been a tiny bit better. But I was at the end of Inktober. I was tired. I just wanted to be done. I don't think there's anything else in this sketchbook that I can really talk about. But thank you for watching my Inktobers. You might not already care and you're just here to support me, so thank you for that. If you do care about art, I can try and post more art stuff. I haven't in so many years because it just never really did well, and I always thought I was too boring to post art stuff. But if you like it, you can let me know. I can try and make some art content, maybe. It's hard to make content right now. I don't have my own space to film stuff, so it's like really I gotta stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning so I can talk to myself for long enough. But I plan to try and do more videos again next year because I miss it. It's like, it was always my thing and I haven't been able to do it for a year because of burnout and stuff. So I want to bring it back. Thank you so much for watching Cute Girltober 2024 by me, Louise, Loose98, Koosie, whatever you want to call me. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share with your friends if YouTube still does that. I don't know what YouTube's algorithm is anymore. I don't understand it. It's hard enough to understand TikTok's algorithm, which is why I kind of stopped posting on there. But do the stuff that YouTube likes, like comment and like and share and subscribe if you haven't already, because I might do more stuff like this in the future. Plus I have a cute cat and Christmas is coming and I do Vlogmas on Christmas, so you'll get to see lots of the cute cat. I hope I didn't talk too long and I hope I didn't bore you and I hope you just enjoyed seeing some cool art pieces. I was really inspired to do Inktober by Spilled Ink, Didus and Emirichu, because they've been on a traditional art journey of their own, and they've just been so inspiring for me to try and get back into my roots. So please go watch them. They don't need my promotion, but please go watch them if you want people to draw along with. It really helped. And I shall see you in another video, which will be titled I Had Surgery. I just haven't been well enough to film until now, so. Okay, bye.